Picture this. It's 3 a.m. I'm stress eating cereal while simultaneously answering emails, crying, and wondering if this is what rock bottom tastes like. That's when it hit me harder than a Monday morning without coffee. I wasn't just tired. I was running on empty, spiritually almost bankrupt, and emotionally operating on about 2% battery life. But here's the plot twist that would make even Netflix jealous. I didn't just survive burnout, I completely transformed my life. And today, I'm sharing the 7 ridiculously simple game-changing habits that saved my sanity and might just save yours too. At the end of this video, you will understand why I said it is perfectly achievable. Number 1. I became a professional no machine. Okay, listen to my unique revelation. I woke up one morning and realized that saying yes to everything is like trying to be everyone's favorite pizza topping. It is simply exhausting to say the least. I used to say yes so much. People probably thought yes was my middle name. Yes to overtime. Yes to weekend projects. Yes to that cousin's friend's baby shower. I was drowning in other people's priorities while my own dreams collected dust. Then I discovered the magical power of no and friends. It's like having a superpower. I started saying no to energy vampires, soul-sucking commitments, and anything that made my gut scream, run. Then I realized that when you protect your time like a bouncer protects a VIP club, amazing things happen. You suddenly have space to breathe, think, and actually live your life instead of just surviving it. I encourage you to try it out. Say no to one thing today that doesn't serve your happiness. Watch how it feels to choose yourself for once. Number 2. I prioritize rest. I used to treat rest like a dirty word. It's almost like who has time for rest when there are emails to answer and dreams to chase. It turns out that this mindset is about as smart as trying to drive a car with no gas. So I revolutionized my relationship with rest. I scheduled it as if it were an important meeting. Sorry, can't make it to your drama. I have a date with my couch. I made naps non-negotiable. I turned doing absolutely nothing into an art form. And suddenly I found out that when you finally give your brain permission to power down, it comes back online stronger, clearer, and more creative than ever. Plus, a well-rested you is infinitely more fun to be around. Number 3. I broke up with hustle culture. Listen, folks, that popular statement called rise and grind culture is just burnout wearing a motivational t-shirt. I was trapped in the cult of constant productivity, believing that if I wasn't suffering, I wasn't succeeding. I measured my worth in hours worked and dreams deferred. It was exhausting and frankly, really boring. So I filed for divorce from hustle culture. I unfollowed the accounts that made me feel guilty for taking a breath. I stopped wearing exhaustion like a badge of honor. I discovered that working smarter beats working yourself into the ground every single time. And the truth is that when you stop glorifying suffering, you'll start creating sustainability. Your work becomes better, your life becomes richer, and you'll stop looking like you've been hit by a productivity truck. Okay, listen to this fun fact. Statistics have shown that when viewers subscribe to a sound channel like mine, they prevent one YouTuber from having an existential crisis. Therefore, if you find value in this video, please hit the subscribe button to join our growing community. We appreciate your support. Thank you. Number 4. I went on a joy hunt and I found treasure everywhere. Listen to this. Joy isn't a luxury item, it's life's main ingredient. Somewhere along the way, I forgot that life is supposed to be enjoyable. Fun became another task on my to-do list. I was so busy optimizing my happiness that I forgot to actually be happy. Well, one morning, I woke up and decided enough was enough. So I went rogue. I started dancing in my kitchen like nobody was watching, because nobody was. I watched silly movies without feeling guilty. I laughed until my stomach hurt. I remembered that joy isn't something that's earned, it's something that's experienced. And guess what? I suddenly found out that when you make friends with joy, everything else falls into place. Colors look brighter, problems feel smaller, and life becomes the adventure it's supposed to be. 5. I started moving like nobody's judging. Check this out. I used to punish my body with exercise, treating it like it had personally wronged me, forcing it through grueling workouts that felt more like medieval torture sessions than self-care, counting every step like I was paying off some cosmic debt to the fitness gods, measuring my worth by how much I could sweat, suffer, and exhaust myself into submission, until one magical day I threw out all the fitness apps that were basically digital bullies living in my phone, stopped caring about optimizing my heart rate zones or hitting arbitrary daily goals that some algorithm decided I needed, and instead started moving my body like a joyful 5-year-old discovering they have limbs for the first time. And then I found out that when exercise becomes play, your body stops feeling like a stranger and starts feeling like home. Plus, endorphins are nature's free antidepressants, and the side effects are all positive. Number 6. I remembered I'm not meant to do life alone. Okay, I know this may sound strange, but stick with me because it could be the turning point you've been looking for. For a long time, burnout convinced me I was a burden to everyone, whispering toxic lies that I was too much trouble, too needy, too broken for anyone to genuinely care about. So I built myself a fortress of fierce independence where I handled every crisis alone, solved every problem in isolation, and pretended I was totally fine while internally screaming into the void, believing that asking for help was somehow admitting defeat or proving I was weak, until I realized that trying to do life completely alone is like attempting to perform surgery on yourself. Technically ambitious, but ultimately ridiculous and unnecessarily painful. So I finally swallowed my pride, picked up my phone with trembling fingers, and started reaching out to the people who had been patiently waiting in the wings for me to remember they existed, calling friends who immediately dropped everything to listen, texting family members who responded with love instead of judgment, sharing my messy, imperfect struggles with humans who didn't run away screaming, but instead said, "Me too," and "You're not crazy," and "I've been there." Discovering that vulnerability isn't the weakness I thought it was, but actually the secret password to authentic connection, the bridge that transforms surface-level relationships into soul-deep friendships that can weather any storm. So listen, folks. No matter what your status is, always remember that humans need humans, even when your brain tells you otherwise. Number 7. I gave myself permission to be perfectly imperfect. For a long time, I had been trying to optimize myself into perfection, expecting flawless performance 24/7. I was treating myself like a machine that should never need maintenance, never have off days, and never just be human. The day I accepted my beautiful, messy humanity was the day everything changed. I stopped apologizing for being tired. I embraced my moods. I celebrated my quirks. I realized that my imperfections aren't bugs, they're features. And the real lesson here is that when you stop trying to be perfect, you start being real. And real is infinitely more interesting, lovable, and sustainable than perfect ever could be. If you're drowning in burnout right now, listen up. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not behind in life. You're just a human being who's been asking too much of themselves for too long. Recovery isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming yourself again. The you who laughs easily, rests without guilt, and knows that your output doesn't measure your worth. I encourage you to pick one habit, just one. Start there. Maybe it's saying no to something today, or scheduling that nap, or dancing in your kitchen like you're starring in your own music video. Small steps create big changes. Gentle progress beats perfectionist paralysis every time. You don't have to earn your rest. You don't have to justify your joy. You don't have to apologize for being human. Your healing journey starts now. If you find value in this video, even if just a little, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Let's grow beyond limits together. It is perfectly achievable. We appreciate your support. Thank you.